Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to week 6. Okay, we're getting close to the end of our term, and I know that everybody's looking forward to the end. I don't blame you. Okay, week 6, emotional intelligence and financial plan. What are our objectives this week? We're going to discuss what contributes to emotional intelligence. We're going to ask you to look at financial matters and plan your academic schedule to meet your educational goals. And then finally, one of the last things that we want you to look at is to develop tools for managing stress during your academic pursuits. Many of you have experienced quite a bit of stress this term, and what we hope to do by the end of this week is to give you some tools to use to help you manage that stress. So we're going to look at the content report. What do you have to do? Looking at the Smith chapter, The Cross We Bear, it's all about looking at the difficulties and emotional maturity as you go through your life. In this case, we're looking at your academic pursuits. And we know that our Lord says that He didn't promise us an easy life. In fact, He didn't have an easy life either. And He had many burdens to overcome, or many barriers to overcome. And how He handled them was just absolutely superb. And one of the things that Smith does in the book is to help us to point these things out. Some of the burdens that we might have, that He will give us a look at how we can look at our Christian life and how we can react to difficult situations using our emotional maturity. Okay, so the Turabian chapters that we're looking at is revising your draft and then learning from your return paper. What do you do with all of that? Most of you have done a really good job when I've given you feedback of incorporating feedback into your subsequent papers or subsequent assignments. So I think you're doing a pretty good job of that. We just want to cover that a little bit more. And that's going to relate to assignment 5-2 because you've submitted last week a draft. I'll get those drafts graded and back to you as quickly as I can so that you can go ahead and put together your final draft. An article that you'll be reading is called Emotional Intelligence. What is it and why does it matter? And that's all about it's all part of how you handle yourself emotionally. Are you aware of your emotions? That kind of thing. And it dovetails nicely with The Cross We Bear, the chapter from Smith. So look at those kinds of things. It also ties into some of the work that was assigned to you last week that you're finishing up this week. Media Watch. This week we ask you to watch a couple of videos. They're all about the financials, the Moody Bible Institute Distant Learning. How do you handle your finances? What are some of the options that you can use to help you finance your school? And looking at trying to get through your education without debt. And maybe that means that perhaps you're not going to get done in 4 years if you're looking for a bachelor degree, and that's okay. Because if you can get out on the other end without debt, that's all the better for you. But anyway, those 2 videos take you through a couple of things that, maybe you haven't considered. So we would like for you to look at those and watch them, and then we'll go from there. Okay, looking at assignment 5-3, this is where you turn it in. If you were wondering last week, well, where do I turn it in? This is where you turn it in. This was the assignment where you had the 2 options. One option was to watch a video and then make an analysis of the character, or if you didn't want to watch the video, you could choose a contemporary figure and look at the media surrounding that person so that you could get a sense of their character. One of the things that we're covering this week that wasn't covered in week 5 had to do with emotional intelligence. We did ask you to look at that as part of your paper. So we want to make sure that that you now have it. Be sure to include it as part of this particular paper. Should be like the last thing you have to add in there, and then you should be done with it. Okay, so that's what that is all about. Looking at assignment 6-1, Building Resiliency Essay. This is your final draft. Okay, so what you'll do is you'll take the feedback that you've gotten over the last couple of weeks looking at building this essay, and then you're going to take my feedback and then you're going to use it. And that's where your readings come in, and should be able to help you to look at all of this. And then finally what we want you to do is to be sure to place it in your e-portfolio. Okay, so don't forget to do that. So you have 2 things to do with this assignment. Not only just turn it in, finish it up, but also put it in your e-portfolio. All right, so we're also looking at the financial plan quiz. Okay, so you looked at the videos. You're also going to have financial instructions. Let me pull that up. Here we go. It will download that particular assignment for you. What we're asking you to do is to go through and to fill out the information that they're asking you to do, and to allow you, this is just one sample that was in there. We want you to fill it out so that you can see what it is for you and what you need to do in order to finish out your school. So this document will help you to do all of that. So you pull up the document. There's also an Excel spreadsheet. I forgot to download that before I started this video. Okay, and we're going to open that so you can look at that as well. Oh, goody. Let's see what happened to it. Oh, sometimes my PC likes to do that. Let me see if I can get this to open. There it is. Try it one more time. Open Sesame. There it is. Okay, so here's all the worksheet that can help you get through all of it, and we'll end up doing all the calculations for you. So that's another thing that you need to be able to download to get this assignment done. Okay, and then you also have a quick reference document which helps to explain what all of the terminology means, so that that you can complete the assignment in case you're not sure what it means. Okay, these documents will help you with your success action plan. Remember, that's part of assignment 8-1, and the information will be captured on page 8 of that document. When you're all done with this and you've gone through everything, write a short paragraph in answer to the following questions. Okay, did the assignment help you in any way? What was your original plan compared to now? And is there anything you're going to do differently to complete this assignment and explain? Okay, so you have to take the quiz, and in the quiz you have to submit the paragraph. So you need to write this paragraph, and then as you take the quiz, one of the questions asks you to take this paragraph and put it in there. So that's one of the things that you'll need to be able to do. This is just a reminder. For assignment 7-1, your personal mission statement, you had identified 2 people last week and you asked them to complete the questionnaire. So make sure that you get that back by the end of this week. And then assignment 8-1, which is all part of your success action plan. Okay, so we also have the discussion board this week, which is all about the emotional intelligence to describe a time when you were either successful or unsuccessful in a situation, and basically ask you what contributed to the situation and how would you respond today differently. And you might not respond differently today, but after you've looked at the situation, thinking about your emotional intelligence, how could you do, or how would you do it differently? Okay, I think that's it. If you have any questions, as always, feel free to get a hold of me. I'll look forward to seeing your papers. You guys have a great week.